Top of the morning, chat. Top of the morning. It's in Inslimewetrustnews. We got a very serious video today, so pay attention. Grab a chair, hit that like button. We're gonna get right into it. So the last couple of days have been very, very strange for me, y'all. Let me turn on this chat. And I feel like I'm being mind-fucked. Now, this all started when I seen a video on YouTube a couple of days ago talking about how Chick-fil-A franchise restaurants is spelled Chick with a CK at the end. And I'm like, no the hell it's not. I got a Chick-fil-A restaurant exactly across the street from my house. So that stuff resonates with me. And not only that, the thing was just put there about 4 years ago, if that. So it's fairly new. And what always stood out to me was the C, how the word was misspelled, C-H-I-C. But everybody, or the franchise is now saying it's always been spelled C-H-I-C-K. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So I go right into research mode. I'm asking Grok. I'm asking, I'm Googling stuff. I went right across the street, looked at the restaurant. Yes, there is a K there now. Never seen it before in my life. Right hand to God. So I had to start up a live chat and ask y'all, what's y'all thoughts and opinions on this? Because this shit is fibergasting. What's going on, Cheryl? What's going on, G? What's going on, Dragonfly? Welcome in, everybody. And I'm going to show you a couple of pictures and stuff that I got. I'll put up on the screen in a little bit. But we literally have only one Chick-fil-A in my state, Rhode Island. And this Chick-fil-A is directly across the street from my apartment buildings. This thing was just made brand new about 4 years ago max. Now, the misspelling always stood out to me. At first, I didn't even notice it said Chick, to be honest. C-H-I-C. Am I wrong, chat? Now they're saying that it's C-H-I-C-K, and it's never been C-H-I-C, ever. So I want to know what's y'all thoughts on this. What's going on, Helmet? And let me just show y'all a little bit of proof on the screen. So I asked, ChatGPT, was Chick-fil-A ever called, spelled with just a C? Let me put it up on the screen, y'all. It's crazy, y'all. So this is one of the questions. I was trying to ask ChatGPT a bunch of little things. I said, do people think it was Chick-fil-A with one C? ChatGPT said, yeah, a lot of people remember, not think, but remember it as C-H-I-C, Chick-fil-A. Now remember, it's spelled C-H-I-C-K, they're saying. So ChatGPT is telling me a lot of people remember it to be Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has always been spelled with a K. That this is one of the super common memory miss-ups. So they're telling us that we having a bad memory problem, that we didn't see the K there. I'm like, are you serious? That makes absolutely no sense. You telling me I looked up at the sign and I didn't see the K there, so I thought it said chick, a word that don't even exist or make sense? Like, it should be the other way around. Like, I could see if the restaurant was called Chick and you get it confused with a K. But why you gonna get confused the real name Chick for a name that don't even make sense? Like, that don't add up to me, y'all. Yep, and you're absolutely right, Cheryl. This is not the first Mandela Effect. They call these things Mandela Effects. It's been happening for a while now. Some of them try to align this with the large hydro collider they got in Switzerland. And coincidentally, it's just been shut down like last month. But yeah, there's Mandela effects to the Bernstein Bears. To people remember it as the Bernstein Bears, like me. I remember it with an A. A lot of people remember with an EI. A lot of stuff. The Jiffy, like you said. But those are a lot of childhood memories. What gets me with this one is how new it is. Like, this was just in the last 3 years or so the name changed. And I was just telling my buddies in the group chat, are people that distracted on their phones and their memory that short that they don't remember what happened 3 years ago? Or what they seen 3 years ago? So before I play this video, what's y'all thoughts, guys? Is it Chick, CK, or Chick with 1 C? And let me put some photos on the screen. Like, I always known this restaurant, and I'm keeping it 100% honest, to be the restaurant that has CHIC, you know, the misspelled chick name in the front. See, and everybody says the same thing. So in the middle of my research, like I said, I went in research mode. This is all part of my research. Going live, asking everybody in the chat, you know what I mean, what's their thoughts on it. Y'all make a poll if y'all can, because I can't on this app. But I was thinking about walking in when I went to go check yesterday at the Chick-fil-A across the street if there was really a K in front of it. That's how, you know, fibergasted I am. I couldn't even believe it when I watched the video on YouTube. I said, ain't no way there's a K in front of that C now. Ain't no way. I had to leave my house and go look for myself. And they're trying to tell us we didn't see that K. What? I seen the K perfectly when I went the last time. Can't miss it. But, you know, I felt like walking in that place, turning on the camera and getting everybody's interview. Hey, what y'all guys think about the CK? It's going viral on the internet right now that Chick-fil-A was always spelled with 1 C. Now, what's crazy is there's people that have actual memories of with CK. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's a different timeline going on, merging together. You know, some scientists have threw out there. If it's false memories. You know what I mean? It's crazy because it looks like some people, not only are some people convinced it's CK, but I've seen people like maybe go as far as to, like everything you Google now, blogs, it's all spelled with a CK. Like it was a different timeline. When I know I never spelled mine with the K, I never added the K. I even got a message here I'm going to show y'all where I asked my mom, because my mom used to pick up the food for me when I ordered it. What was Chick-fil-A's name? Mind you, my mom lives across the street from me. Chick-fil-A's across the street. She agrees with me it was 1 C. My mom don't know nothing about no Mandela Effect. She full-blooded Portuguese. She said, what? No way. That 1 C. My mom... So, my mom, you know, she barely can write English, and she knew it was 1 C. So, you thought it was Chick. Yup, so there's 3 different things. So, this is where the timelines come in. I'm 100% convinced, it's right across my street, that it's one C. I even called my mom up. She asked. You're 100% convinced that it was a K instead of a C, right? You think it was CK or just one K? Because some people think it was CHIK and some people think it was CHICK. There's three different timelines or three different ways. But all I remember is CHIC, like Cheryl said. You know what I mean? Hold on, guys. Let me put up a video real quick. Breaking some of this down for y'all.
I want you to prove me wrong. Ever since CERN shut down on June 29th, things have changed. And it's going to be a lot of people that say, oh no, nothing changed with me. But it's a rabbit hole full of people that understand that things change. First of all, let's start off with the fact that before CERN shut down hydrocolloidal, there was no K in Chick-fil-A. Even though people argued that there was a K in Chick-fil-A, but there wasn't a K in Chick-fil-A. As soon as CERN shut down, it's randomly now a K in Chick-fil-A. CHICK filet. Wasn't it just this Tuesday?
So this just cleared, for me, it just clears my suspicion even more. If I'm 100% sure it's across the street from where I live, that it was spelt with a C, I never seen a K after that C, and then we got videos from YouTubers coming out saying the same thing, that the Chick-fil-A has always been spelt with a C, not a CK. You know, that just furthermore convinces me that I'm right. It's weird for everybody at this exact moment to say, hold on, the K just came out of nowhere. And they're gonna tell us, oh, we didn't see it at first. Where our memories are false 3 years ago? You telling me I don't remember what happened 3 years ago? Now, time's been going fast, but not that fast. They trying to play us, y'all. And then the ChatGPT, it's like, watch the questions I asked him. It's like he knows what to say already. This shit crazy, y'all.
The K came back. It came back. Look at his drink. The K came back. Now I was there before. Bro, I'm telling you, I've never.
I'm seeing videos like this, y'all. What am I gonna think? Absolutely what I always thought. This shit had no K. But what gets me is how it's online. Let me show you the pictures online. They say it's always had a K. Never ever been spelled with a C. So what's really going on? What's going on, Tracy? We got a crazy new Mandela Effect going on over here. All right, so I asked Reddit. Let me see what this says. The three main spellings people used on Reddit the last couple years. So I was trying to check, were people just spelling Chick-fil-A with a C, or were people spelling Chick-fil-A with a CK on Reddit? You know what I mean? I tried to do a little research. But if it is a timeline issue that's merging or something like that, then I guess in the timeline, people are going to be spelling it with a K, right? I don't know. It's a little confusing, but here's what Reddit had to say. So in the last couple years, it says Chick-fil-A on Reddit. Chick-fil-A, they say the correct one. And then Chick-fil-A, very common memory misspelling. And then Chick-fil-A with just the K, how Thing remembered it. Like I said, some people remember it just K. Some people remember it with the C. Some people remember it CK. I remember it just C. They said it's always been CK. So it says what this actually shows in 2024 Reddit convos Chick-fil-A was definitely a popular belief. ChatGPT is telling me this. Why the hell would 2024 Chick-fil-A with one C be a popular belief? Come on, something's not adding up there, y'all. You tell me that many people can't read? People make they signs and they symbols to be clear. Ain't nobody making a symbol where you gonna miss the K. You gonna spell the word chick wrong. You know what I'm saying? That makes absolutely no sense. Hold on, chat. Damn, X this shit out. Oh, my bad. All right, guys. Yup, so Tracy, another one remembers with a C. We got to do a poll on this. Hold on, guys. I got some more crazy stuff over here we got to look at. So here's me asking Mom. I was so fibergasted I called up Mom Dukes. Mom. Oh, this is me after I sent her the stuff. After she said she didn't believe it, I sent her the new logo with the K. Alright, hold on. So yeah, I'm just trying to ask ChatGPT a bunch of little things. How was Reddit users spelling Chick-fil-A in 2024 in the blogs? Yeah, if you look at Reddit discussions from 2024, people were all over the place with the spelling. It wasn't just one version. There were 3 main ways people remembered it. Why they keep saying remember? There's a difference between thinking and remembering something. What Reddit users was saying in 2024. Lots of people in the comments swearing up and down that it was Chick-fil-A, not Chick-fil-A. Sheesh. Mom's doing good. We going to Florida September 7th. Drop what y'all guys think what y'all believe it was in the chat. With a C, a CK, or just a K? So here's this right here. Check this out, guys. So like I said, I was fibergasted. Yeah, something's going up. Like I said, the old Mandela effects. Alright, that's, you know, I still believe that, have good memories, but some people can say, all right, some of those were childhood memories, you know, 10 plus years ago. But this, that was a couple years ago, that they got a franchise across the street from my apartment buildings, that the spicy chicken is one of my favorite meals from there. I feel like going back to my Instagram tweets, because I always used to take a picture of me eating them spicy chickens. And I always spelt it with a C. And look at my spelling and see if the spelling changed or not. You know what I mean? Because the spelling shouldn't have changed. It should have been with a C. And if it is, that's proof. And I should even have the wrapper. Now, if it ain't, then there's something going on. A different timeline merging. You know what I mean? If it says K and I was spelling it with K. And maybe possibly saying other shit I don't remember doing. People got to look into this stuff. Because something strange is definitely going on. It's not like, oh, I'm the only one that notices this. Everybody in the chat right now is saying this. And if you go, it's probably going to stop popping up on your YouTube feed now that we're talking about this. You're going to see a lot of people mentioning this. And this is recent. Stop zooming in on my grill. So check this one out, guys. I said... So you're telling me Chick-fil-A never used the name Chick-fil-A or logo? I'm trying to be, you know, as frank with it as I can. Short answer, correct. Chick-fil-A has never been the official name or logo with one C. Chick-fil-A with a K has been used. Chick-fil-A, twitting the K. That spelling, he's directly up to chicken and has been part of the branding since the story. So they're saying pretty much it's been spelled with a K since it came out. Insane. So I asked ChatGPT that I'm going to make a video, and I tell it my title, and ChatGPT tells me, be careful you don't get roasted in the comments because the real name is spelled with a CK. Do y'all believe that? I saved the message. I'm going to show y'all the prompt. So I always put my titles in ChatGPT to correct it, take a double look at it. ChatGPT really reads my title and tells me, before you post it, watch out you don't get roasted in the comments because it's really spelled with a CK. Like, they trying to convince me what it is. Like, you don't tell me what it is. I tell you what it is. You ain't got a heartbeat or a brain or nothing, brother. Exactly. Am I tripping? Everybody, it's Chick-fil-A. I swear to God, I felt like yesterday turning on my camera, walking in Chick-fil-A, and asking everybody, while this is fresh, what the hell happened? The name was with a C. I haven't been here in like 4 months. Like, inside, so like 6 months ago, the shit had a C. What happened? And see what they say. If they're like, oh, I don't know, I just want to see their reactions, because something's going on. If everybody in this chat knows it, just like I said, and people are making videos on this that's going viral, getting lots of views, something's going on. Everybody in the comments, yeah, I remember it this way. Don't get me wrong, some people remember it with a CK also. That's why I'm saying is, something's going on? Is it like timelines merging together? What's really going on? Make sure y'all hit that like button also, gang. They probably realized they spelt the shit wrong. That's what I always thought. Why the hell did you guys spell the thing wrong? And that's what always stuck with me and caught my, my attention, was how it was spelled wrong. So let's get where they're telling me not to make this video. Hold on. So right here, I post the title, Insane New Mandela Effect, Chick-fil-A or Chick-fil-A? Ask in the chat, right? Your title idea is actually fire, but let's tighten it a bit. First, the facts, so your video doesn't get cooked in the comments, it said. What? The correct spelling has, in bold letters, always been Chick-fil-A. Did I ask you that? Did I say, ChatGPT, what is the correct spelling? Or do you get prompted to read out my YouTube titles for me? There's no real evidence. It was, obviously, there was no real, and that's another thing that gets me. Somehow all the evidence that the K never existed is gone. Besides our memory. That's the only thing we have. But guess what? In court, sometimes the memory, when people testify, you got enough witnesses and enough people to testify, it actually could be law. Y'all know what I'm saying? So we get enough people saying, yeah, it was spelled with a C. Then what's going on? Right or wrong? Exactly. Somebody said CERN. That's what's going on. Cheryl, yeah, she's hit. And also a lot of weird shit going on right now. Orbs all over the skies. Keep them eyes open. Seeing stuff at, the split corner of your eyes. Dreams getting crazy, strange. Feeling realer than ever. Vivid. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all going through that stuff. So look, yeah, so it pretty much told me I'm going to get cooked in the comments. It says, there's no real evidence it was Chick-fil-A. Old newspapers plus media sometimes spelled it wrong. That's likely what caused the confusion. This is a classic Mandela Effect. You see how ChatGPT tries to, rock you to sleep and lie to you? I never seen a freaking old Chick-fil-A newspaper in my damn life. Or a magazine. You know what I'm saying? The only time I see Chick-fil-A is on the damn sign when I drive by the store or when I text my mom to get it for me. She. Like, I thought this place was new, to be honest, because they just built it a few years ago, and it's the only one in my state, so it sticks out. It ain't that damn hard to remember, you know, the first 4 letters, if it's chicken, chick, or chick. We very distracted right now. It's insane. And no, something's definitely going on, Cheryl, if we all know it. You know what I mean? There's people making videos on it. I'm still flabbergasted, mind blown away from it. I'm still thinking about going in that place and interviewing everybody and seeing what they say about it. What other videos we got over here? Look, I couldn't believe it. I kept asking it. So Chick-fil-A was never called Chick-fil-A ever with 1 C. This is once I found out about it. Nope. Chick-fil-A has never, ever been called Chick-fil-A with 1 C. The name has always been Chick. Now, here's another thing that gets me. If the name has always been Chick, that's pretty much the correct spelling besides chicken. Why is anybody gonna think of a wrong spelling, which is chick with 1 C? That makes no damn sense to me. It's the other way around, right? Nobody's gonna confuse the right word for the wrong word. It just makes no damn sense to me. And like I said, these videos further confirm my suspicion. The people in the live further confirm my suspicion. Have a good day at work, Tracy. Don't get in trouble. Do what you gotta do. See what other stuff I got over here. I also find it funny they say people are all over the place on Reddit in 2024. They do the same thing with everything. Oh, it's the logo that's changed. That's the only thing. Buh, buh, buh. Short answer, correct. So you're telling me Chick-fil-A has never been used the name Chick-fil-A with 1 C or logo? Short answer. We already seen this. Nope. Chick-fil-A with 1 C has never been used. It's shit bizarre, y'all. We gonna lock it in right there. Let me show you a couple of these signs. Y'all tell me if it looks familiar to y'all. Yeah, 1 C is what I remember, 100%. I remember the bag, the red bag when I got my spicy chicken. It come in the red wrapper. My spicy chicken plain, because I don't like lettuce or nothing. It come right in the red wrapper with 1 C on it. And I remember the big ass sign right in front of the place. What also gets me about this place that you have to look at it when you drive by is that the line, and I don't know if it's like this where you guys are from too, it's always packed, the drive-thru. No matter what time you drive by, early in the morning, late at night, there's a line in the drive-thru. And I'm like, that food must be crack. That's what I always thought, because the lines are always full. And that's how I started trying the spicy chickens. Are they like that where you guys are too? Lines always full in the drive-ins? So I know a lot of people know about their Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? This one's gonna stir a lot of shit up, trust me. This Mandela Effect right here gonna stir a lot of shit up. Trust me. I feel like going in that restaurant, doing an interview, maybe going as far as to get my old text messages to my phone when I used to ask my mom to go get me this food. See how I was spelling it, what I was saying? That's how sure I am that this shit had one C.
I want you to prove me wrong. Ever since Summer shut down on June 29th, things have changed. And it's going to be a lot of people that say, oh no, nothing changed with me. But it's a rabbit hole full of people that understand that things change. First of all, let's start off with the fact that before CERN shut down hydrocollateral, there was no K in Chick-fil-A. Even though people argued that there was a K in Chick-fil-A, but there wasn't a K in Chick-fil-A. As soon as CERN shut down, there's randomly now a K in Chick-fil-A. CHICK.
Well, yeah, they actually going as far as to say that some of the food is being 3D printed, Cheryl. Some of the McDonald's food now, they 3D printing it. That's how advanced they got in 3D printing. And who knows how advanced the most advanced 3D printer is to, you know, the people in the higher class. So they going as far as to say that's some of the McDonald's food allegedly 3D printed. That's why, like, the cheese be weird and rubbery and all that bullshit. The fruits don't be right. Yeah, shit's crazy. It's like they allegedly poison us in the air, the food. They lying to us allegedly. We don't believe nothing they say. Now they want to come out and say aliens been real the whole time. But, oh yeah, another thing I want to say, guys. Well, another thing that I find very, very funny, and like I said, it's a very serious video. This ain't no joke what's going on right now, guys. Is that how they're saying that we're having a missed memory. You know what I mean? Bad memory problem. But why is everybody having the same memory at the same time? Does that sound like a memory problem? I don't think so. So you telling me everybody at the same exact time all of a sudden thought it was spelled with a C? But nobody all of a sudden thought Walmart wasn't spelled with 2 L's, right? Come on now, that's like me saying, hey, Walmart spelled with 2 L's. No, we know Walmart spelled with 1 L. And that don't mean everybody's gonna go around saying Walmart spelled with 2 L's, right? No. But everybody going around saying Chick-fil-A spelled with 1 C, and everybody saying, yeah, you're right. Come on now. Exactly. There's something real deep to all this, Cheryl. Something very strange and real deep to this. And I believe we just beginning to peel one of the layers of the onion back. You know what I'm saying? The veil is finally being lifted a little. Reality in the spiritual world is getting thinner and thinner. You feel it in your dreams. You feel it around you in the corner of your eyes. Something's going on. But with this stuff, like I said, just mind fucked me. Because I 100% knew it was with a C, convinced. And just for them to say that it's never been with a C, always been with a K, I'm like, how is that possible? And then I got, you know, half the world siding with me in the comments, like in other videos and stuff. Insane. Exactly. Before it was the Monopoly guy never had a molecule. That's some of the Mandela effects. Looney Tunes was spelt with 2 O's like cartoons instead of iTunes. That was another Mandela effect. But these were all childhood Mandela effects to me. I still remember them good. But this one right here, I'm standing on. You ain't telling me I don't remember 3 years back across my damn street. My ferret run into my room. You know what I'm saying, y'all? The Bernstein Bears, that was another Mandela effect. Some people think it was spelled stain. Some people think it was spelled steam, like Jeffrey. Jiffy was one, like you said. Jif or Jiffy. So something very complex could be happening here. Some people are throwing out that we're merging through timelines. It's a little hard to believe, but you never know. We do need a little bit more evidence on this. Like, I would like to see my old text messages from my phone when I was telling my mom to go to Chick-fil-A, because I talk in text messages most of the time. Discreet. Go to Chick-fil-A, get me the spicy chicken sandwich, blah, blah, blah. See if I remember saying that stuff. See if I said it like how I know I would say it. You know what I'm saying? And then we can talk about timelines and stuff. Exactly. And now all of a sudden they saying it was sold with Bernstein beers. But I'm not gonna lie, there is a part of the world that do remember the other side of things too. And that's what makes everything weird. Like, you do have people that say, wait, Chick-fil-A has always been spelled with CK. Now, I don't know if they got a little bad memory of it, because this shit's literally right across the street from me. Or what, but... Or maybe they're in another timeline. I don't know what it is. They're mind fucking us, gang. Just stay woke, sheepy. Turn them notifications on. Hit that like, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated. That's all you gotta do. What's another one? Forrest Gump. That was a Mandela Effect. He said, Mama used to say life was like a box of chocolates. That's the saying that he says now. Now, before, back in the day, I remember he used to say, Mama used to say life is like a box of chocolates. Not was, but is. Luke, I am your father. That's another Mandela Effect. Now, coincidentally, all these Mandela Effects happened, and we noticed them, if you Google ChatGPT them, around 2012, 2011. Do you guys know what happened around 2012 and 2011? The Large Hadron Collider was turned on, aka CERN. That was the first time that thing was turned on. Now, let's call it out right now what that thing is done and what that thing is built for. That thing makes alternative timelines and makes particles that we don't have here on this earth. They're looking for something called the guard particle. Bunch of crazy shit. Antimatter and all that we can't see. But a lot of demonic stuff people say they're doing there. But 2012 was our last Mandela Effect. And now they just shut it off. And they're saying it's coming back. Stuff is changing and things are happening. I'm just telling you what they're saying. I'm not saying if it's true or not. But what I will say is I'll stand on my 10 toes and say Chick-fil-A, to the best of my memory, 100% was spelled with one C. Bow. It's right across the street from my apartments. What's going on, Together We Break Chains? What's your thoughts on this? Together We Break Chains. Yes, they are. Something very strange is going on right now. People say that with CERN also. That portal, because they're going into different timelines, different dimensions. They actually admitted to being able to access up to, I believe, like 6 different dimensions and stuff. And they said that they would leave like a shirt out, and the something would come out from like the dimension, and one time they grabbed it and took it back to their dimension. One of the scientists said, I'm like, whoa. So they testing some crazy shit that's unnecessary. And that shit might open portals. Together We Break Chains. All that stuff they doing at CERN, testing those particles, opening them dimensions, that could make a portal from the spiritual world to come in. And that's why I said the veil of the spiritual world and the physical world is getting thinner and thinner, it feels like. We are seeing orbs. We are seeing plasmas. They're coming in our dreams. Exactly. Yep, that's what they admitted to. They're communicating with demons. But they say, together we break chains, these demons come from another dimension from us. So that's how the dimensions come in. So imagine if that's crazy how they've been messing with all that stuff, portals, dimensions, and all of a sudden we got crazy shit that we never seen before flying around our earth. You know what I mean? Faster than the speed of light, making crazy turns. Orbs, plasmas. You know what I'm saying? They trying to tell us that aliens are real now. What's going on? Yeah, I believe that, Cheryl. We are in our last days. But my main focus right now is that damn Chick-fil-A. And we got to stop being distracted from it. Because they're going to keep trying to distract us more and more every day until we forget about it. And until everybody's really ingraded that it was a CK. When we know for a fact that it wasn't a CK. Because this shit is fresh right now. And that's when everybody's coming out and making videos how it's wrong. How this isn't right. Now we need to hear from some Chick-fil-A employees. Are they worrying about their job is at risk or what? Because that's who I would want to hear from. A manager. You hear one of them say it? Oh, man. Imagine the backlash behind that. They say that together we break chains. It's possible. And it also says in the Bible that the aliens the demons, are pretending to be aliens to get closer into us and manipulate us like the Bible tells us will happen at the end of times. We will be manipulated by fake gods. And what? Offered technology or something that's not going to do nothing for us? That's another thing I question. Why all of a sudden, after all these classified documents, after as far as y'all went to cover this stuff up, 70 plus years, now y'all want to come out and say this whole thing is real? Why? Is something that ask again, is something going on? Are we supposed to be expecting something? Why did they shut that CERN shit off too? People say they shut it off to fix it so it could run again in the future. What if they shut it off because things started getting hectic? Things started getting too wild. They shut that shit right off. Tried to stop it, but it was too late. Who knows? But obviously they ain't gonna tell us the truth. Yup, you never know with these people out here, man. These people that don't believe in God. You know what I mean? And, you know, living possibly eternal in the afterlife, in heaven, in peace. They want to live eternal in reality, in the physical world forever. So they doing stuff like adrenochrome, trying to stay young. I just seen an AI thing where they uploading your brain on the cloud now and stuff right before you pass. And, you know, freezing people. All this crazy shit for people to try to live forever. But still sin in the process. And do bad. Why? Because they're afraid of what's to come. Exactly. And now they boycotting mostly every church. When I was young, there used to be a church on every street. Now there's hardly any churches, and most of them turned into Freemason lodges. What the hell is that about? Freemason lodges that we are not even welcomed in. Freemason Lodge been there in their city hall for 10 plus years, and I never took a step inside that place. And I walked into every building in East Providence. What the hell is that Freemasons Lodge for? And you know what's coincidentally? It's right on the side of Bank of America, which they probably own, and City Hall. But yeah, this world is crazy. We got a lot of sick people out there. Also, there's crazy technology allegedly floating around here. Who knows what the heck's going on, y'all? Exactly. I know one in my city that still is, that I got baptized at. You can walk in there anytime. Holy water in the front. Nowadays, people will freaking trash it if the church is open. But in this spot, they keep it open. I guess a nice area. People are respectful. You have freaking homeless people sleeping in there and stuff nowadays. Doing drugs. It's sad to say. Exactly, together we break chains. I can believe that. That's why I said that they're not really holy or a spirit of God, because they come in with technology. They're not coming with peace, love, prosper. You know what I mean? They come in with technology. They're trying to offer us, you know, a temporary thing. Yes, it is. And what's really scary is when you see something like Chick-fil-A that you know is spelled with a C, that, you know, your favorite restaurant across the street, and you know it with your heart, and now it's spelled with a CK. That really, you know, fucks you up a little bit. Like, what the hell's going on? How is that physically possible? Besides, they changed it themselves, but they're saying they never changed the logo ever. They mind fucking us? It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy times we are in, yes, sir. So let me see the chat. What do y'all remember? C's? And Chick-fil-A was actually like a new spot, like I said, till a couple of years back. It just came to our state. Before that, I had never heard of it, never seen it. So ain't no reason for me to get confused about it. Yep, 1C. You said 1C. Cheryl said 1C. Tracy said 1C. I said 1C. What's going on, chat? What's really going on, chat? Something strange is going on. Yup, Chick-fil-A. Exactly. And then you always hear people make jokes. Life's just like Stranger Things. It really is. Together said she don't eat it. Yep, the only thing... Well, they did have some fresh fries. Their fries were always fresh, like Five Guys. And their spicy chicken sandwiches were hitting. I'm not gonna lie. And like I said, their lines are always jam-packed. So when I drive by, I always look at the store because the line's packed. Shit's crazy, gang. Shit's crazy, boys. But anyways, guys, we're going to end it at that note. I'm getting out of here. Thank y'all for the support, the love. Nigga, haven't... Oh, I know. I need you to send me it again so I can save it to my computer. Oh, I gotta go back to my emails and find it. Send it to me again. I gotta save it to my files. And then when I do desktop streams, I'm gonna start using it as my outro. When I end the stream, I'm gonna stop playing it as the outro. I was just thinking about that the other day. And also, guys, for future reference, I'm going back to Florida September 7th. So that's where I get the In the Slime We Trust merch at. So most likely we should have some merch this year. So we trying to turn up now. Thank you, Cheryl. Alright, together we break chains. I'm gonna go on my computer. I'm gonna look like in the old mail. Hopefully I still got it. Try to find it. Yeah, I don't know what happened to mine. I was getting a bunch of junk, like spam emails and stuff. But I'll find it. Yes, sir. And we almost at 4,000 watch hours. Monetization coming up. We had 11K plus subs already. But shout out everybody. Hit that like button. Peace out, gang. I'll see y'all in a little bit. I got some more updates for y'all. Let me get a quick opinion. How was the live on Prism today? Do you guys prefer it off the YouTube app? Or you can't really tell the difference? So is the experience better when I'm streaming off YouTube, or do you guys like on Prism? Yeah, Prism's cool, cause while the live is loading and uploading, you don't have to wait for the live chat. The chat's gonna already be there. Also, I could put the pictures on the screen. It don't look too good when on YouTube when it's gotta be on the green screen behind you. It looks kind of funny. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Together we break chains. But one thing I'm not gonna lie is I like the wide view. The video could have been better if it was wide view. But I wanted to try to reach more people since I'm just starting to drop videos again. And I'm just doing a test, just testing it out. Thank you, everybody. Thank y'all. You guys still able to claim XP and all that on your side? I can't really see it over here. Hit that like button, hit that hype button if it's there. There's also a leaderboard, y'all. See right there, check where you sit on the leaderboard. Y'all go check that leaderboard. Pretty soon we're going to be giving the person with the highest points every month a prize. You get points for chatting and stuff like that. Playing slots, collecting points. But we out of here like a bald man. Peace out, everybody. And together we break chains. I definitely got to get that song back in rotation. I still got your thing you made me. Now together we break chains made me this when I was streaming about 6+ years ago. Send it to evergreenthug187@gmail.com. Oh, you just sent it. Alright, cool. She sent me this almost 10 years ago, gang. Chiseled. Together we break chains Productions would like to thank and appreciate In the Slime We Trust News for support and encouragement. The Slime Gang, Money Gang, the Slime World, the Slime Movement. Slat. Whoo! Shout outs to Together We Break Chains. Everybody go follow her page and hit her with a like.